How's that? Is that better? See the thing. I was thinking about the thing. Okay. Yeah. The thing isn't much. The thing isn't too exciting, right? The thing isn't too exciting. If the thing cracked jokes or something like that, the thing becomes, interesting. But the thing, eh, you know, he's strong. Um, you know, eh. But I tell you this, I think the thing can get an upgrade, like a permanent upgrade. And this is what I'm thinking, right? Tell me if you can imagine this with me. All right. Have you ever seen The Last Airbender, right? The Last Airbender. Hold on. Okay? Just hang with me for a second here. The Last Airbender, right? There's a girl. Let's see if I can find, because I just saw it. Hold on. I just saw it. I just saw it. I just saw it. I just watched a little piece of it. Where? Here. This let me see if I can turn it. You see it? Look. This little girl, this little tough girl. That's the name actually, tough. Little like, little shorty, right? But she controls like the earth, right? She can make like, like stone move or something. And you know what? That was cool, right? So you step on the ground, the stone moves, and she can just push it. She can manipulate stone, um, and then I think she can go all the way down to like the core. Like I think that's like her ultimate level power, that she can actually manipulate metal, because metal comes from stone. All right, okay. So think about this with me for a second with the thing, right? Let me pause this. All right, think about the thing for a second. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Right? Think about the thing for a second, right? And this was on my mind because I was actually going through some comic books and kind of doing them out before I get to work, before I actually do stuff. I was kind of putting some comics in some books I have in backing, and I thought about the thing. But so imagine if the thing's power, like how Groot or Swamp Thing, right? Or Man Thing, right? That they can actually connect with like the green, right? Like the trees and shit, right? Imagine Thing can do the same thing, like his permanent powers, not just strength, but he can connect to to concrete. And let's say there's a big ass hole in the wall, and he can literally use his the little chips, whatever, and patch up the hole. He can grow his stuff back, no big deal, right? He could put up like a shield, bunch of rocks, shield, and he can hit the ground and make the ground do what he wants to do. The thing, it would be more interesting than just strength, because you know what I'm saying? Like Hulk have a great arc. He became World War Hulk, and he can absorb gamma. He can drain gamma. There's a couple of things he can do with his gamma radiation and all that stuff, which is actually interesting. And then he becomes this different character, right? Even the story where at night he became the Hulk and at day he's David Banner. There's a lot of things they do with the Hulk, but the thing is just strong and made of rocks. You know what I'm saying? He's just made of rocks, man. It's like, come on, do the guy a little better than that now, give him a permanent upgrade. What do you think? Oh my God, Avatar, right? You love comics, Kevin? Yeah, man. I'm telling you. Okay, so what do you think about that idea? You think the thing should get a permanent power upgrade where the thing, like think about Iceman, right? Iceman, I remember that from way back in the day. And Iceman would shoot out his ice and he'll slide, you know? He'll slide on his ice all over town and shit. That's Iceman. You know what I'm saying? So, but they could have made him lame. He could have been just a man made of a block of ice. That would have been lame, right? If Iceman, all he had was he was made of a block of ice. you know, you get an ice pick and just smash Iceman, and that's it. Like no, that's what the thing is right now. Just a block of rocks, right? Just rocks, and so he's strong, and that's it. Like that sucks, man. You know, I mean, yeah, right. Imagine the Thing, and Iceman, who's just a block of rocks, right? A block of ice, and they fight. I think the Thing would win, right? I think the Thing would win, even with their lame powers, just strength. Let's say it was just strength. But Iceman isn't just a block of rocks. Iceman can actually throw, ice darts, and he can grow spikes on his back, and he can change his size and become like this bigger Iceman. He can make an ice shield, and he could throw, he could, he could do that and put ice stuff out, ice laser, whatever that shit is. But the Thing is just the Thing. He doesn't throw rocks, You can't call like the damn asteroids and shit. You know what I'm saying? He could pull like Thanos pulled the moon. Imagine the Thing could pull a whole asteroid, Or he could tap into the core. Whose power is that? Is that Hulk's son, or there's a guy that taps into the power of the earth. He taps into the core. Oh my God, man, to get more power. Chainsaw Man. You know what? On Hulu, I wanted to, I don't know. I wanted to get into it. And it was just that his head is made of a chainsaw, and it was just too goofy for me, man. I don't know. Maybe it's cool. I didn't check it out. I prejudged it. I prejudged the Chainsaw Man. Oh no! Oh, a man in a chainsaw suit, and he kills people. Is that the same one I'm thinking about, or am I out of space right now? Is that the same one where the guy, he have a head of a chainsaw? You're saying blood everywhere? Really? Okay. All right. All right. If you like the gore, huh? You know what's funny about about gore, right? And he has a dog. I think it might be the same one. It might be the same one, man. It might be. Let me see something. Chainsaw. Let me look it up real quick. Let me look it up real quick, because it might just be the same thing that I'm thinking about. Hold on. No, this is different. No, this is different. No, this one is different. No. So you're talking about something different then. Hold on. All right. I'm not losing my brain, bro. I'm not losing my head. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm not losing my head. Hold on. Hulu Chainsaw. Hold on. Because I know I can't be Chainsaw Man streaming online. So maybe what it is I saw the okay, look. I'm telling you, I wasn't going crazy. So this is what you see the chainsaw guy with the head. So that's what I saw. So I was like, I don't know, and maybe I need to watch it and see. Maybe I need to watch it and see what what it is. It might be real cool to watch. Then I'll check it out. I'll check it out, Kevin. Thanks a lot. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. So all right. So man, I'm not getting anywhere with this. I'm thinking of having an auction next week, and I'm gonna see. The last auction I had, man, a couple of them, I was on the water, man. I was like, okay, all right. I think I learned my lesson on that one. I made some profit here, there, but one of them, not even one of them, more like two, maybe three, where the shipping just ate up my profit, man. And so I'm like, damn, you guys got a deal, man. And I paid for shipping. I'm like, I ain't doing this shit again. I'm not doing free shipping, bro. If you're already getting a deal, you can pay for shipping, man. I'm gonna take a loss and pay for it. Nah, let's not do that. Nah, that's not a good business deal. That's not a good business deal, man. Shit. And you might even flip that book for more, or I might be selling something I don't even know the true value of, let's say, and maybe I have limited information on it, and the value is way more than I'm selling it for, and I'm paying shipping. So I lost twice. Like, nah, dude, let's not do that. Let me see. Chainsaw Man has a lot of blood and guts. Yeah, not for kids. Yeah. I kind of figured that. I kind of figured that one. Definitely. There are a lot of things that's just not made for kids, man. But we're kind of making a lot of things seem normal for kids. So I guess we keep raising the bar, I guess, as time goes on. Soon they're gonna it's like smoking. See commercials in the future. It's like, you got to be at least 12 to smoke. You woke up in some crazy future, and all these crazy ideas are stretched out to their extreme. And then you notice how that would be a funny but time travel movie where all of our most, because then they have something like that. But he went into the future. I think a girl and a guy froze. They woke up in the future and it was like really weird. The people were talking real weird or something. So it's something similar, but this one would be more of all of our extremes, and you get to kind of see it play out and how stupid it is, and how far we can go to ruin something, right? Like, it started out as a good idea, and then we turned it into something like, dude, come on, dude, what are we doing? Let me see here. I'm about to go take this Kirby apart, though, man. I don't know if I'll be able to get enough of this stuff done today. I was gonna do an auction tomorrow, but I'm actually gonna wait till next week. Oh man, this is nice. Take a look at this one. Take a look at this one here. This one is pretty nice. This one is nice. That one is nice. But yeah, the thing, I would definitely upgrade the thing's powers to controlling rocks, right? Or the core. Tap it into the core of the earth to get stronger. You know what I mean? Like putting this thing hand on the ground and connecting to the earth and getting stronger. Like the Hulk gets stronger the matter he gets. The Hulk can absorb gamma, so the Hulk is really unlimited if you really think about it. Then he can't really die, right? But the Thing is just the Thing, and that sucks. And I'm like, I think the Thing would be able to tap into the ore. He can manipulate, the ground, you know, um, and even use uh, his thing parts that kind of grow back instantly, and he can I don't know, shoot them out. He can use them to fill a to like fill a hole. Just think about it. Like that, and then leave it there. You know, leave it there. You know what I'm saying? The Thing should be able to know that somebody's coming because the ground told him. Not like the ground has, but if you're connected to the ground, you should know the movement of everything on that ground, bro. Come on, man. Come on, Thing. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to detect like the vibrations and shit. Oh my God. Imagine the Thing's fighting the Hulk and he just wraps up the Hulk with earth, right? And starts to squeeze, and the Hulk busts out. He comes and he punches him, and then the Hulk hits his hand, and then the Thing, like he puts like a sheet, like a cover over his hand or something, and he has to cut it. He's like, I'm stuck. Somebody of importance is gonna hear this, and it's gonna be like in the corner of the internet somewhere, and like, this is a tiny little ass channel, man. And then they're gonna hear this little piece, and it goes like, oh shit, man, I was working on the story for the Thing, and I think I'm gonna use this. And go ahead. This way, when I see it, I'm like, oh word, that was me, man. I said it the other day. Okay, I have one more, and then I'm done because I gotta go to work, man. I think I'm done with these. I'm gonna let my son do the rest. Batman. Okay. Mr. Pickles. That dog. Oh, okay. Next week. Respect. You sub so you can watch me live. Oh, that's cool, man. I didn't know I didn't know anyone would just log in just to say what's up. I mean, that's positive, bro. I appreciate that. Are you kidding me? All right. My last idea for the day for these things, because again, my mind is on comics right now because I got me a Wolverine here. My last one for the day, and I'm gonna go undo this machine, right? All right, so Batman, right? Now, Batman have been compared to Tony Stark, right? Okay, and I've seen like a lot of different Batman suits, and I like the basic Batman suit. I'm totally okay with that. I'm totally cool. I don't, I like battle armor suits and all that. That's cool that Batman have gadgets to be able to make a battle armor suit. But I think Batman's suit now at today's age should be lined with like nanotech. You don't have to make it like ridiculous, because because I think the lore of Batman is really just man thinking his way through stuff, ordinary man with superhuman style abilities and intellect and resources and prep time and all that good stuff, right? So giving Batman like superpowers would kind of go against the lore, right? But that suit is really, if you think about it, the suit is one of the characteristics of Batman: the suit, the belt, the utility belt, etc., and the vehicle, the Batmobile, the chopper, bicycle, all that good stuff, Batarang. And I think Nano should be a part of his suit, man. I could see Batman's suit just healing, like healing him, or um, the what's the Absolute Batman? He took his thing off and he made an axe out of it, right? You know what I mean? So the Nano should be able to, let's say he lost it, the Nano should be able to grow another one back, and you could use it again or something like that. Nano, so his suit should be like, should be able to move on him like the way they are. What's that suit with Iron Man? Artemis? I forgot the name of it. Anyway, it's liquid, right? Liquid. Let's see this guy. Go over him like that. That's me ranting, guys. I get into like all kind of crazy stuff, but comics is probably the comics and maybe religion. Yeah, I debate religion the way you look about them. I don't really talk about that much on the channel, but comics, politics a little. I kind of, for me, politics is just about like stupidity, like common sense stuff, like stuff that's how I see it. It's not really left and right stuff. It's just like, nah, that don't make sense. And then when you say that don't make sense, it just happened to be, I say that a lot more on what I see that people on the left do. That's what I'm saying. So it just so happens that you agree with these guys over here, and you're like, nah, that don't make sense. So now you try to ask yourself, like, damn. It's just a way of thinking. Like some stuff just don't make sense, man. It's like, nah, that's not gonna work. No, that's not gonna work. Oh man. So I finally get to take this damn thing apart. I finally get to take this. Where's this from? It's in this was sold in Indian Trail. Okay. Wow, this must have been way back in the day. Holy cow. This looked like it was sold there. This was the original. Yeah, man. Let me see. Can you see that? Let me see if you can see that. Let me see if you can see that. Yeah, this looked like so this company sold Kirby's back in the 70s. Back in the 70s. No, wait. Time out. No, maybe not. Because there's another one on here. Kirby of Sumter, South Carolina. This may have been an office from, I got to get these stuff off though. I can't leave these on. But anyway, I'll do that later. Let's see what this Kirby looks like. Let's take it apart. This is a classic 3 from the 70s. A classic 3. Yeah, man. Damn, look at his belt. Look at this belt. This belt is dry rotted, bro. This is old. Look at that belt. Look at that. Yep. This is old, man. Shoot. Man, let me put on my Venom steel gloves. This is old. Old ass Kirby, man. Think about it. Right? I'm not a what do you call that? You know those guys who get antiques. Oh shoot, my sign still says closed. Sorry guys, give me a second. I got caught up and forgot. I forgot to open up. Forgot to open up. Look who's more important. No, let me not say that. Wow, look at that. See, look at that brush. So every turn is just sweeping this side of the carpet, sweep the left, and then what made them think this was a good idea? Then sweep. So this part hit the carpet, sweep, and nothing is touching here. Unlike what they did in the with the new brushes, let me see. So imagine the vibration. So this is not even the newest ones, but now you have it on both sides. This is from a G5. Okay. So now you have it on both sides. So it's hitting the carpet at the same time, left and right. See that? But in the 70s, they were like, nah, just on the left. Yeah, and then the right. Right? Yeah, man. No, they probably didn't talk like that. Okay, at least you see ideas advance. And then the newest one. Ah, man. I don't want to take too long off the camera. I don't want to go too far. Let me see if I can find it. Wait, I may be able to find it. All right, so the newest one, it's a little dirty. But it does a trick to explain what I'm doing. Now they broke it up into like other sections. So now you have, hold on. Now you have ta-ta, 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 ta-ta. So it's creating like an intense vibration in the carpet. You see that? So real life, you're seeing real life improvement within a company. I'm sure you can do that with many companies, especially Apple. But Apple just takes their improvement. You'll see like a real slow improvement. Every Apple looks the same to me, man. It's like, man, this is what we did. They jack you up. All right, this is what we did. The next Apple, bro, the next phone, it's gonna blow your mind. You're like, shit. You see? Yeah, I could just single tap. Yeah. Then you psych yourself up. Damn. Hold on, let me put do not disturb here. I was just getting a phone call just now. Just throw, yeah. All right, let's do the rest. Let's break this thing down. Let me shut my mouth. All right. Let's break this thing down, man. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. And because I'm going to be polishing this metal and getting it back to this guy. Come on, man. Where are you? I found one. I just need two. I found one. Is that crazy? Stop playing with me. You know what it is? I overstocked on torque screws, and now I have more torque than I have Phillips. This is not even the size I want. All right, I'll manage with this for now. Okay. Man, I just heard Apple is going to be putting some stuff. I think a company near me, a company named Corning, I think they're going to be making, or they either they already are, or they're about to start making some plastics for Apple's phones. And another company, there's another company in North Carolina that's making conductive material. Damn. I know one is Corning though. So if anybody's probably looking for some work, these guys might be hiring right now. If that's the kind of work you're into, or maybe management or some kind of supportive role or something. Okay. All right, that wasn't good. But yeah. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something that's pretty slick. Look at it however you want to look at it. All right. Look at it however you want to look at it, right? I'm thinking from a sales perspective. Okay? From a sales perspective. I want you to think about it. You know how I heard about the Apple? Now think about a guy who sells stock. They're getting information early. I mean, when I say early, when the ideas are being flushed out, maybe when a loan was given to a company, or maybe when ground breaks and somebody's building something, right? And these guys, they're supposed to be on the cuff of things, right? And they now call up their biggest clients to say, "Hey, listen, something's happening," right? You know what movie I just saw? The Boiler Room again, and that's kind of how I visualize it, but not. I mean, these guys were, they were not doing good. It was fake companies and stuff like that, but the drama and all this. But anyway, let's think about billions. Let's think about the idea of that's. And my brother-in-law says that a lot of the law shows. He's a lawyer. He's a lot of the law shows. That's not how it goes. It's not like that. They took like one extreme and they make a whole show out of it and make it look like all law experiences are like that. Nah, it's not like that. So I get it. So I get that maybe trading stocks is not exactly like we see it on TV and Wall Street and stuff like that. But I can imagine that these guys either pay companies or have inside info to be able to at least get a heads up on something that is moving. They may not know and then you have insider trading, right? They may not know it for sure that this thing is going to happen, but they put two and two together, right? And then they call their guys up and say, "This is happening." So then the stock for that company start to spike, right? Because people are pumping money into it and buying and buying and buying because they're like, "Man, we got the heads up on this," right? So the way I heard it was a press conference that Jim Cook was given. I think Trump was speaking and he came up, and I'm like, "Oh, this is slick, man. This is slick. Call it whatever you want, right? I don't know if we've always done this. I just don't remember it. Okay, let's say it like that. But I've seen Trump do this, right? And Cat would make fun of him, like when you will put food out there, like he'll put Goya or something. He'll put the cans out back in the first term, I think, and you laugh at him. I'm like, I said, I recognize that. The guy that when we go to the sales rallies or sales meeting, the sales guys will put the prizes on the stage, or at the convention, you'll see the promo. They'll see the car. They'll put the car up. That's for this week, this quarter's contest, right? And you'll see the car. And guys will walk around and look at the car and stuff like that. They're promoting. They're pushing their contest, right? So I'm like, I recognize that, right? And then there's certain speeches and certain like techniques in speaking. I said, I recognize that. I said that. Now, Cat take that literally. I said, nah, this guy's joking. You're obviously joking. I could tell the way. But then to bring these business guys up there in the press conference and speaking to press constantly, right? And I'm like, yeah, that I see what's happening. So like it or not, it's smart to have. He'll say, let's say there's a small company that not many people know about. He find a way to get on the radar of the Trump's staff, right? And and he be partnering with a company that is going to invest $600 billion in America, which is good for America, right? And good for Trump's winning check. He could check off another one, right? So he's going to promote that naturally, right? Which you would think, right? But now he brings the guy up and he says, "Hey man, tell him what you do." What he just did was say, "All right, go sell your company to the country, because there are investors listening, there are partners listening, there are potential companies that may want to buy this kid out listening, right?" That's the biggest stage. Think about it. Right? So now Tim Cook came out and said, "All right, this is what we're going to be doing. We were committed to invest in 500 billion into the United States economy. We're going to be bringing these factories, but guess what? We're going to do an extra $100 billion. You know, think about it. That's like those guys going up and telling them, right, this is what we're doing. Think about the sales rallies. Right, not sales rally, the convention rallies, when they said, "All right, from the state of Iowa, state of this place, this state of New York, we are delegates, and we're committing, whatever votes," and they go up and they start clapping. It's the same thing they do in sales rallies, where we're organization out of North Carolina, man, we're committed, so we're going to commit to buying 500 of these products. We're committed to selling 500 next month. All right, that's our commitment. And they go around the whole room and they get everybody to stand up. And then their guys are there cheering for them. Yeah, yes, man, we're going to 500. And it becomes like competition. Okay, that's what I'm recognizing, folks. That's what I'm seeing. So you don't have to like the dude or not. I just see what's happening. You get another company up. This guy now, because he's number one, and you're selling to the people. You're telling the people, this is the track. This is what's happening. This is the track record. This is what we're doing. And then he says, "Man, don't worry. Don't listen to me. Listen to him. Hey, come on up here, man. All right. Tell him what you got, man. All right, man. We're going to be investing $400 billion in America. We're bringing our knife manufacturing plant back to Kansas." He's selling, man. So now we think, what kind of calls this guy's gonna get? And listen, so we actually have a plant in Kansas right now that's manufacturing butter knives, but we have the capability of upgrading our thing with an investment from you of $50 million. We can upgrade, and we can be the people you can count on to make your sharp knives. We're gonna go from butter knives to sharp knives, and people are gonna be selling themselves to this cat, because you don't have to actually build a factory if someone's already there, and you can just pay them to make the stuff you need and upgrade the stuff and get it rocking. So I'm watching. I'm like, man, this is slick, because now I'm looking at Apple stock. I'm like, shit. How much is Apple stocks? How much is it going for right now? Right? And you're like, oh, damn it, man. And I'm looking at their trajectory. I'm like, look at these guys. It's up, but it's up, and it's up. So it's just a constant growth. And then I saw some news that they're gonna merge. They may do. I don't know. It may just be rumor. And with Grok, and I was like, shit. I was like, nah, I can't see that happening. I can't see. I'm back. Hey, what's up, Kevin? I can't see them getting rid of Siri for Grok. I think they want that brand. I think they want that name to stay. So if it may come I don't know. I can probably see them selling, licensing some code to make Siri operate more like Grok. But I can't see them getting rid of the name Siri and replacing it with Grok. So if Apple and Musk do something together, I actually see if they'll do it where, Musk would say, listen, leasing or whatever, I don't know, whatever money they work out, but we're going to give you a code, or we'll upgrade Siri for you so she can operate. Because Siri kind of sucks, man. I'll be honest with you, with all the potential that Siri has, Siri should be, I mean, the way I have chat where I speak to chat. My chat's cool as hell, man, okay? and I would ask Siri something, and she's like, you have to look this up. I'm like, this is what I found on the web. And I'm like, no, I didn't want to go search the web right now. I'm driving. I just wanted you to give me the answer what I need. This is what I found on the web. I'm like, oh shit. And then it gives you these short answers, but chat now, right? And I think Grok may do the same thing, and maybe Gemini, they probably do the same thing. You can write the prompt so that it can, kind of do a follow up with you. So you can, you can say, well, I found this, and I think this one is better. But based on the ratings, your best route would be if you went with right? Would you like me to book an appointment for you? You see what I'm saying? Shit like that. I'm like, what, man? I feel like I got a personal assistant for real, but they don't have access to the rest of your phone, So it can only give you information or whatever. And if Siri was as accurate as chat, and Siri has access to your phone to schedule an appointment or, call this person, like you can have Siri, Siri call John, man. So I'm like, man, Apple stock is about to explode if they actually do something with Musk. I swear. So anyway, that's just me chatting. All right, let's see what else we got here, man. Let's see what else we got here. I'm almost done. I'm about to get out of here, man. I gotta get to the back. Let's see what else we got. All right, I gotta take these wheels off, but I don't think I need to remove anything else. I gotta take these. This is the safety switch. Let me see if I have to pop them out. And they do indicate the colors. Let me see. If I remember, I think they do. Yes, they do. Yep. White. They have W. It has W, G, green, Y, yellow, R, red. Okay. So let me get this out of here. Let me get my little, where's my little skinny little pinhole thing so I can pop these out of here, because I need to separate this to get this plate off. And the rest of it goes into the motor. See that? From here goes all the way into the motor. So I can't separate it this way right now. This is where you would separate this and then pop it right off. Let me get a pointy little thing. Let me get a pointy thing. Pointy thing. Pointy thing. Pointy thing. Pointy thing. Yeah, man. Crazy anime. So Kevin, if you're still there, are there any other animes you get into, or is it just that one that you like? Let's see. Let's get this out. One. Come on, man. Try to. Two. 3, 4. Okay. All right. Now I need to kind of, there's some dirt in this. I don't want this getting all over my table. I do not want this getting all over my table. Look at that. Golly. I feel like I dropped something. Okay. I need to bang that off. Man, every time I have to keep leaving and get something. Gosh. Hammer. And this. Here we go. Okay, got it off. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me let me take this off real quick. Okay, we're not gonna do this. We are not gonna do this. This thing has been on here since 1976. So let me loosen this a little bit before I start messing up this this here. Let's get this. So I'm gonna put this to the side for now. And I still have to get a better tip. This tip is too small, so that's probably messing with it too. All right, let's get some of this off here. We're gonna keep going. Yeah, I think I just need to change this. Let me stop being stubborn about this. It's probably in the back. I think the one I'm looking for is in the back. Let's see if I can use these shorties. Shorty. Let me see. Maybe I can use these little shorty ones. Let's see. Let's see if this guy is the guy. Yes and no. I don't know. All right. So now with this, I'm gonna put these screws right back in here right now, because tiny screws, especially these little specialized ones, hard to find. Like, you're not gonna find these in Lowe's, you know. You're not gonna find this in Lowe's. So I just put it back in there. That's the easiest way to handle that. All right. And these guys, even he gets polished, even this guy gets polished. All right, these two, all this gets polished. All right. And you got your handle. Okay. Little screw that goes in the back there. This comes apart. Okay, so you see this here? All right, so this is what I do to the G3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, when the back breaks, because it's not as hard as this. The back is, you know, that little plastic. It's like the same kind of fragile plastic as this is. And what I would do is I got a Dremel and carve a little notch, like the way this notch is here. Okay, because the let me take this. Let me get this off. See? I do something like this and then put a hole in it, because the lock for these are like that. Okay? So I'll just put a screw right in there. Okay? So this way you don't have to keep buying these backs. Okay? So that's what I get 2 of these. Well, you get an extra one, and just make a permanent right here. Okay? Because when I looked at these old ones, I said, "Holy cow, man! Yeah, this was a good idea. What the hell?" And we keep replacing those, and they get broken and stuff like that. Give me a second. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so this is the G5, right? This is the G5. You see, this is broken already. Okay, right? And then the screw would go up here, and you're supposed to be able to wrap it around. Some people's break all the way down, you know, but this is common, right? So you may be able to hold 1 or 2 strands of your cord, you know, maybe 1 or 2 can hold onto it, but then the rest is gonna just fall off. So it's always gonna be falling off. Okay. So what I did is I got a Dremel. All right. Okay. I'll show you. I'll show you what I did. I'm gonna show you, and then I'm done. All right? I'm gonna show you that I'm done. Okay, I'm gonna show you, and then I'm gonna sign off. All right? because I gotta go. All right, I think I got what I need. Here. All right, watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it instead of explaining it. I pretty much took all of these apart. Okay, the only thing left is I'm gonna take this off, right? I'm speeding it through. I'm gonna get a nail or something, and I'm gonna tap this. Let me see which side comes out. Tap it on this side, okay? There are two sides. Like one, if you notice, there's a little bit of like a little circle around the little knob there, and then you could tell it's more flush here. That means this is wider. So to try to push it through is gonna be tougher for this to go through, but if you tap it out, this is the skinnier side, it'll just slide right out. So you tap it down in here, you get a nail and you just pop, and it just pulls it out, and this comes off, and you get these off, and this stuff comes off. Real simple, nothing difficult. All right, but that's it. I took it apart. That was my goal. But this is a bonus, okay? This is a bonus. All right. If anybody's still watching, this is a bonus. This section needs its own title. Okay, this section of the video, before I leave, I may have to clip it, needs its own title. And this is, okay, so when you have a broken, I forgot the back cover, handle cover, whatever, the lower hook breaks on a Kirby, Generation Series, right? The Centria, you're probably not going to have that problem. The Avalier, you're not going to have that problem. Kirby fixed the problem, okay? But it was from 1990 to about, what, 2014, 10? I forgot when the first Centria came out. This problem existed. And there are people with old Kirbys that still have these Kirbys. So if anyone has one or they're looking to sell it, this is how you would fix this up. First thing I do is I cut this down. And you don't have to. But I cut off the plastic part. I get this out the way. Oh, someone's calling. Give me a second, guys. Monroe Vacuums, can I help you? Hey. Hey, what's going on? Okay. Okay. Can you gosh, I'm like in a meeting right now. Can I yeah, do that. All right. I'm in a meeting. I'm shooting a video. It's like I'm shooting a video right now. Like, nah, it doesn't play the same, you know. I'm sorry, you know, but I am in the meeting. I'm meeting with you guys. That's what my brain was thinking when I said it. The words just sounds different. But yeah, anyway, you would continue and scuff it all the way down. You know, just make it smooth. Just smooth it out, okay? So now, but what you're really doing is making room, okay? You're making room. If you do it in the same area, you can, right here, okay? All right? And I'm just gonna mark it for a second. Okay, I just marked it. All right, so I just marked it right there. So really, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use there's a metal part, a metal kind of I wouldn't call it metal. It's like a groove. You can groove out metal with this part of the Dremel, stuff like this, you know, or round ones. The round one is the one I prefer, but I can't find it right now. So I'll settle for this teardrop shape one. Okay, I'll settle for this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now, okay, is I'm gonna kind of carve a space And you probably don't even have to go this far. You could probably just drill a hole in it and put your lower cord hook and make it work. But this, for me, I want to prevent it from sliding back and forth like that. Okay, I want it to kind of lock in. Okay, so that's why I want to do this. So let me try to get this done. All right. It might be a bit much, but it still works. So I kind of grooved it in, right? So you know, yep, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So right down the middle here is where I'm going to drill my hole, right? I'll use this. Give me a second. Watch this. So I got this, right? So now, do that. I just marked it. So I found the exact spot I wanted. Okay. So I got a hole. Okay. All right. I got my hole. So then you find a screw with a fat enough head, right? Or if you have to make a slightly bigger hole, you make a slightly bigger hole. Okay, let me see if this will work. Yep, this will work. This will work. This will work. But this is not a good idea. This is not a good idea because once you get inside here, it gets harder for that to work unless you have a real skinny one of these. Let me see something. Nah, see, it'll even this. If I try to use this should fit. Let me see. Nope, it don't even fit. So if it's bigger than this, it won't work. So you need like a Phillip or something. But I was gonna. All right. So let me see. But you need one with a fat head. You know what I mean? You need something wide because the opening is wide, right? So you need something wide. This may work. This may not work, but I don't like it. The reason why I don't like this is because you have too much space here. I need all of this, unless I use a spring. But you guys may not have an extra spring at the house. Okay? I could probably use the spring, but let me not do that. Okay, here's one more. Here's one more. I got something. This is wide. Okay, this might work. Let's see. All right, let me find, no, this is already eaten out. How about this one? Nah. I don't want, I didn't want to go to the back, guys, and have to go and search for something. I just prefer if I had it here. Okay, this is fine. This is good enough. All right. Okay, now, let's put this in here. And those of you get the idea. You get the idea what I'm talking about. So even though this is broken, okay? Let's say I had another one of these. You can get it online. You can buy it. I should have it listed on my site. If I don't, let me know. Look at this. So you can get it just, and maybe the color doesn't matter. You can get a black one. You could probably even try to buy the same maroon color and put it right here. And now you have a strong this, and it's not going to break. Cool. That's it. The older versions of that back didn't have it. So these guys, they use that. They use the same thing on the older Kirby's, and it worked fine. There's certain me company as long as you could. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna sign off from there. Hey, Kevin, I'm gonna go check out the chainsaw man. I'm gonna check it out today. I'm gonna. I started the first episode. I just couldn't get into it. I will commit to watching that first episode today. Okay. All right, guys. Take a look. Bye.